Hey there, how you doing? This is Coach Carvel Bailey, and welcome to another episode of Lunch and Learn. On today's episode, we're going to get into 5 key areas that your athlete needs or should have to become more effective, more efficient, and more dominant. All right. So we're going to talk about that here in about 2 minutes or so. All right. Make sure you share this. Make sure you share this because you're definitely going to need it. All right. Be right back.
We may make stocks. All them stocks is different teams, right? Every time that train stops, it's just a different team. But what happened to the train when the doors closed? It's on to the next one. It's on to the next one. So that train don't care who in this way, and unfortunately sometimes people die, but that train don't care who in this way, whoever in this way gonna get what?
Ran over.
Ran over. That's how I want y'all to think. Same way about no matter what that teacher give you, this assignment about to get ran over. Because I'm an Olympian. And I put in the work. Does that make sense? Like, and if y'all don't understand that, it's another team that do. Because we talk about the hard way, it's going to be them teams in the fourth quarter where it get hard. And it's a nose-to-nose battle. It's going to be who's going to be the toughest to come out. And it ain't the toughest like this with them push-ups or whatever, right? It's who's going to be tough here. Who's going to say, we going to win because we put in the work. The train can't go if everybody ain't on the same track, right? The train can't go if it ain't on the track. So if one of y'all is not on the same page as everybody else, the train don't move. Or the train, what happens when the train goes off the track? It's called what?
Derail.
Derail. Train that derail, can it ever get to its destination?
No, sir.
So if y'all walk around here and y'all late to class, the train derails. If y'all getting bad grades, the train derails. Because he just gave me 100, but it took y'all to help him to that last 50, right?
Yes, sir.
Period. So if one person ain't doing what's supposed to be done, that's where the accountability come in. Don't be late to class. Don't get written up. Pull your pants up. Like, it ain't hard. And when y'all learn how to do what you're supposed to do, you can do whatever you want to do.
All right. Good afternoon. Come on in here. We're going to get right to it, right? We're going to get right to it. What are the 5 things, right? Does your athlete have these 5 things? Are they missing these 5 things? Again, I'm Coach Carvel Bailey. Let me know what city and state you learning from, what city and state you checking in from. I got my notes. We got about 15 minutes. Please get a pad and pen, get you some paper, all right, and a pen so that you can jot these down, because trust me, you are going to need these for your athlete. All right, you're gonna need these for your athlete. So I made a post the other day, and right, so we're changing, restructuring some things in our Hoops Mastery University, and I talked about 5 things that most coaches, most programs, they aren't teaching, which is why a lot of athletes are confused. A lot of athletes aren't performing to their best. Reason why a lot of parents are really getting frustrated, right? The reason why you bounce from team to team, the reason why you don't have the success that you would like. And so let's get right to it. The first thing, and see, this is what we do at Hoops Mastery University with being able to help athletes. Watching a lot of basketball over the last couple of weeks, and it pains me. It really hurts to watch certain things because the game is bad, right? The game is bad. There are some good players, but overall, to me, the game is bad. And here are some things that I noticed about the game being bad. One, self-awareness. Most athletes don't have self-awareness. What does that mean, Carvel? What does that mean, Coach Bailey? Meaning they aren't necessarily sure of who they are. And if they're not sure of who they are, how can they be confident in what they do? I read someone asked a question and said, can a coach bring a dog out of an athlete? No. You can only bring out what's already inside of them. So self-awareness helps athletes really, really understand what's inside of them. I can bring it out of you if it's in you. But if it's not in you, I can't pump it into you and expect for it to come out. So one place that a lot of coaches are failing is because they're coaching basketball, but they're not helping the athletes that they coach become aware of their self. And now when they're not aware of their self, their emotions come into play. When they're not aware of their self, right? You get attitudes. When they're not aware of their self, you have a bad attitude, you can have a lofty attitude. It's so much progression that can come from an athlete being self-aware. If your athlete is self-aware and they know that I'm a defender, I'm not a three-point shooter, they're not going to get emotionally charged when they're not getting the ball and then shoot a three. They're going to know the way that I can get points if I really want the ball. I'm a great defender. I got to lock down and play some defense. So the number one thing, your athlete has to improve their self-awareness. Does that make sense, right? How can they know how to help their team if they don't know who they are? How can they know how to put themselves in position to get a scholarship, a college opportunity, a high school opportunity, what the next opportunity? How can they be ready for the next opportunity if they don't know what they need to do? And more importantly, who they need to become in order to get that. See, the overall goal is just us becoming that person that's needed to get that thing that we want. And we should dream big. We should, right, do all of those things. But in dreaming big, we also have to put the work in that's going to be bigger. So a lot of athletes just aren't self-aware, and a lot of parents are missing over that fact because they just think their kids can just play. The reason why your baby is so frustrated, the reason why your athlete is so confused, because they may lack self-awareness. All right? It's nothing bad. I'm not saying nothing bad about them. I'm just saying, right, that they may lack self-awareness. Now, the second thing is temporal awareness, right? Temporal awareness, right? How is their mind working? How's their temperament, right? How are they mentally? Because how they are mentally will go into their temperament, right? How do they react to things? A referee call a bad call. They're playing on the road. Are they playing 5 or are they playing 8, including the referees, right? People cheat. Things happen. But do they have temporal awareness? Do they know what's going on? And more importantly, why it's going on? If your athlete's coach takes them off the court because they got a turnover, right? Or does the coach have to say, I took you out because you have a turnover, or the temporal awareness sets in? I know why he took me out. And with that, you can have the temporal awareness, but without the self-awareness, it won't even process. Now, some people may be like, well, why are you talking about these things? Well, that's why you're here, because ain't nobody else talking about them. That's why you here. That's what's going to make you and your athlete so much different, so much better, because ain't nobody talking about this right now. The third thing, anticipatory awareness. And those people who have anticipatory awareness can anticipate a thing. Not only are they great defenders, but they're also great scorers, right? Not only are they great defenders, but they're great scorers because they understand how to anticipate a thing. Anticipate the passing lanes. Anticipate where the defense is going to come so I can make the next step. This is chess, not really checkers or basketball. So do they have the anticipatory awareness to know what's coming up? Being able to, let me break it down a little further. Anticipatory awareness is almost seeing the game 2-3 steps ahead. And this is what we do at Who's Master, right? Our players are able to see the game 2-3 plays ahead. That's why I say we're playing chess, not basketball or checkers. What's their anticipatory awareness? And then the fourth thing, right? So we got self-awareness 1. If you're taking notes, self-awareness is 1. Temporal awareness is 2. Anticipatory awareness is 3. And if you don't know what these things is, I suggest you go look them up for you and your athlete's sake. Now, number 4 is situational awareness. Situational awareness. Do you understand what's happening at what point in time and what the result was? Do you understand what's happening at what point in time and what the result was? Do you understand what's happening at what point in time and what the results was? Does that make sense? Do you know what's going on in the court, when it happened, and what's the result? Case in point, again, I'm gonna simplify it, make it practical. Player got a technical foul. What it was, the score was 69-58. When the player got the technical foul, they're up 11. They lose 85-76. And when the foul happened, it was 8 minutes to go in the game. What happened, when it happened, and what the result was. That's situational awareness. All coaches, if you're listening to me, please practice special situations. 12 seconds on the clock, we down 3, we got to get a score, try to get a foul, and then come back and get a shot. What's the situational awareness? Can you be put in different situations to know, again, what happened, when it happened, what's the results? And then lastly, number five, pattern recognition. Now, some of these things are synergistic. They kind of go hand in hand, but pattern recognition is a big one. Can your athlete understand the patterns when their opponent is going right, when their opponent is going left, when they shoot, when they go to the hole? Pattern recognition. Here's one. I'm going to give everybody the same scouting report. So if you not writing this down, shame on you. Most right-hand players, when they go to their strong hand, they're going all the way to the bucket. And really all players, all right? When they go with their strong hand, they're going all the way to the bucket. When they go with their weak hand, they're actually going to pull up. And here's why. They're strong with their right hand or their dominant hand, so they're able to control the basketball better, going to their strong side. So most times going to their strong side, they're going all the way to the hole. When on the flip side, going to your off hand, I'm right hand, I'm going to my left. I'm left hand, I'm going to my right. Well, it's an easier shot for me and for other players because now as a right-hander in my left hand, the ball is already in my shot pocket. When I pick it up, hold it, it's already in my shot pocket. Lefty, when I pick the ball up, it's already in my shot pocket, right? So now it's not that I can't control it as good as I can with my strong hand, which is why I go all the way to the hole with my strong hand. But also if I'm dribbling with my strong hand, I have to dribble the ball, pick the ball up, put my guide hand on the ball, adjust it in my shot pocket, then shoot. That's too much time. So most players, when they go to their right, it's too much movement. So they're going all the way to the bucket. Or their strong hand, let me say. Their left, They're going to the bucket if they're left-handed. If they're lefty and they're going to their right, they're probably going to stop right in their shot pocket. If they're righty and they're going to their left, they're probably going to stop shot pocket. So that's a cheat code for whoever just listened, righty or lefty. They go to their strong hand, they go into the bucket. They go to their weak hand, they're going to pull up. Pattern recognition. If your athlete doesn't have it, they're not going to be as effective and as efficient as they can be. So your athlete needs all 5 of these things really in order to be their best self. And, you know, again, this is what we teach. This is what we do at Hoops Master University. And, you know, hopefully this helped. Oh, okay. All right. Let me check it out. So our show is definitely interactive. Okay. All right. Studios. I don't see you. Elizabeth says no or on. Okay. Todd Thompson. What advice for a 13-year-old lazy athlete? Todd, why is the athlete lazy? What makes you think the athlete is lazy? From Louisville, Kentucky. Okay. Hey, Kentucky or Louisville? They played last Tuesday, Todd. What you think? Are you a Cardinal or are you a Wildcat? I don't know if you're still on. Somebody said that Wesley Hunt, the politician guy. I don't know who that is, dog. I'm Coach Carvel Bailey. And I help middle school, high school, and junior college guards become more college and recruitment ready. That's what I do. Bird dog. All right? Not a politician. We don't lie. We give facts. All right? Todd, I don't know if you're still on, but yeah, my advice is what makes you think the athlete is lazy? And the reason that I'm asking that is because we give an athlete strength assessment to all of our athletes, right? If we're working with colleges, high schools, whatever, we give assessments to all of our athletes to find out exactly what their strengths are. And based on what their strengths are, we then take that and then we kind of build a profile. So there is one particular style of player that most people think they're lazy, and they're not really lazy. And they care a lot. They just move at a much slower pace. I was actually telling somebody about this today. I was telling a parent. We were talking about her athletes game and season, all those things. And I explained the same thing to a parent. Most people think that everybody on the court should be a dog. That's not the case. And so a lot of times the best player or the most skilled player, let me say that. A lot of times the most skilled player is not a dog. They aren't a dog, and that's okay. Some players are dogs, right? So I phrase it, right? You have equalizers, you have stabilizers, right? Depending on where your athlete is, it may look like they're lazy to us, but in reality, they may just move slower because they're processing things differently, because in their mind, they're concerned about things that a dog ain't concerned about. A dog is concerned about one thing: putting that little orange ball in that orange hoop, winning. That's all a dog worried about. You got other players who worry about other things. They worry about the team. They worry about the defense. They worry about situations, right? Because they may be more aware of what's going on. So we may think they're lazy. In fact, they may not be. But I would say to start off with, ask those people. Like, I'm not sure if it's your son or not, but ask. So whoever's listening, you got the same situation, you think your athlete is lazy, ask them, why do you want to play this game? What makes you want to play this game? What's so important about playing this game for you? All right? We all think we have lazy players, but sometimes they're just not lazy. And when you get a dog, I just see the coach Phil Gibson just hopped on here, right? When you get a dog, you got to know how to handle a dog, because dogs can be seen as cancers on the team. Because again, a dog concern is one thing: winning. And if everybody can't match that intensity, the dog is going to let them know. But that lazy player may not let them know. They might be more of an introvert, right? I coached, or I was a consultant to a team, talking about, right, Coach Phil Gibson, he's still on, right? The coach's son, like, he was a dog. And I would have people call me and say, man, we like Lewis Adams Jr., but he got a bad attitude. I say, he ain't got no bad attitude, man. He don't understand why everybody can't play as hard as he does, because he's a dog. So you have to, this is why we give our athletic assessment, to understand strengths, because some coaches were turned off by this kid until I explained to him the personality. He don't have a bad attitude. He got a technical foul because he don't understand why the ref won't let him play. It's a contact sport, right? So it's just about the athlete's personality. That's why they need these 5 things: self-awareness, temporal awareness, anticipatory awareness, situational awareness, and pattern recognition. Because again, I'm gonna keep using Coach Phil Gibson, right? Even though Lou Adams Sr. was the coach, head coach, and Phil was the assistant, Phil could recognize the patterns. Hey, Keyshawn, come here. Because he know when the head coach got to him, his daddy or not, it could not make things end well. So coaches got to have it, just like players got to have it. And if coaches don't have these 5 things I'm telling you about, how can they really coach your kids to be as successful as your kids want? Like, I'm serious about this question. Sometimes it's time for y'all to start holding these people accountable, who you entrusting your kids with. And not just because you can put on a uniform and travel and go on a couple vacations to play basketball. If the people that's coaching your kids aren't being coached or poured into, how can they then turn around and do it? That's a real question that a lot of people not asking. But again, nevertheless, I hope this made sense to y'all. All right, 24 minutes. I said it was going to be 15, 24 minutes. All right, we are on our way out here. Oh, listen, turn your notifications on. Turn your notifications on. I believe Friday, right? I believe Friday we're going to unveil our final offer of the year. All right. Hoops Mastery is going back to 6 months. Our college and recruitment ready full program, right? Going back 6 months. No matter where you are in the country, the 48 continental states, all right, no matter where you are, the program is virtual. And if your athlete cannot learn by watching something like this, Hoops Mastery is not for them, because they need somebody to stand over them and walk and show them everything that they need to do. And frankly, college coaches is not going to do that no way. All right. But we're ending our 3-month program, summer sizzles and all those things, because it really takes about 5 to 6 months to really start to make that transformation for both you and your athlete. All right. So keep your notifications on. If you want to skip the line, just simply go to BeTheRightRecruit.com. You can go there if you want to skip the line. If you want to register for our masterclass, we have a masterclass coming up this Wednesday, I believe, at 6 p.m. All right. Go to bit.ly. I'm gonna put it in the comments. All right, bit.ly B2BSD Masterclass Series, college and recruitment ready. Class. We just gonna call it class. All right, we're not gonna do the workshop. College recruitment ready class Wednesday, November 19th, 6 p.m. And guess what? It's $5. And it's $5. It's $5. It's $5. It is $5. And if you complain about getting the information that you need for your athlete for $5, you really ain't serious either. Because guess what? I don't need your $5. This is just to see how serious you are for your athlete. All right. So, college recruitment ready class Wednesday, November 19th, 6 p.m. Go to B2BSD Masterclass Series. All right. That's it for me, y'all. I see y'all on Thursday. All right. See y'all on Thursday, 1:15. We right back here. Hey, listen. Feel free to drop under here. Send me an email. Send me an inbox message. Any topics you want me to talk about, any topics, things that you want me to discuss that can be of education for you, then definitely reach back out to me. All right. I'll let y'all a little bit later on. Peace.
Yo, just so you understand it, this is Coach Carvel Bailey's program with the spirit of Bob Hambry. This is Blessed to Ball, helping athletes, and we represent. Study your craft, your mentality leads to excellence. It's all about your mindset. We'll never stop addressing this, so be positive and not a pessimist. Confidence took James Harden higher. If you really want it, it ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be hard as carbon fiber, but we got you. From counseling to workshops, we do it. You'll go farther with a scholarship. We'll help you get recruited. Yo, anyone can dribble and shoot, but it's the ones who study basketball internally that make it to Duke University. Knowledge goes around. The game is played from the neck up and not from the shoulders down. This is Blessed to Ball, helping you with obstacles. The athletes are the rocket. Blessed to Ball is the rocket fuel. If you hit a wall, we can help you slowly climb it. So keep a Mamba mentality like Kobe Bryant. Blessed to Ball. Cherish the opportunities that you have. Blessed to Ball. Use your mentality to master the craft. Blessed to Ball. Come join our team. It's a new day. Follow our steps and watch how much better you play. Cherish the opportunities that you have. Use your mentality to master the craft. Come join our team, it's a new day. Follow our steps and watch how much better you play. Yo, Coach Carvel Bailey. Hey, listen to your coach, man. He ain't no scrub off the street. That man got credentials, academic and street. Believe it, and my name is strategic.